Hi, challenge seekers. Mr. Brennan here with another weekly ARC, looking for patterns and using persistence in our mathematics. This one's called Make the 8 Train. So let's begin. In this challenge, you're going to be looking for different ways of making the number 8. So you're going to be looking at whole numbers like 7 plus 1 equals 8, 6 plus 2 equals 8. So you're going to use a Jamboard on the first day. The next day, tomorrow, you're going to use Flipgrid to talk about your strategies. And then you're going on day 3, you have a chance to meet with me for office hours. We're going to do better this time, 2 office hours that you can come to. And day 4, we're going to finish. Day 5, just like we did last time, I'll share my solutions with you, and we'll see what other students did. So day 4, you're going to submit your work on a Google Doc. That was a big problem. I'm going to say that over and over in this video, that's how you need to submit your work. So last week, many students used, I want to do a quick review. Last week, many students used numerical representations. That is, they showed numbers. Like some people did 1, 2, 3, 4, and that got really confusing. Easier was 1, 1, 1, 1, or 1, 2, 1, 2. It's going to be like that again this week. You're going to have to try to look at a way. I'm going to show you on your Jamboard one way to do it, but it's going to be more efficient to try another way. Last week, this was the several people came up with this, and I'll let you see this video this part later. They found a Fibonacci sequence. That is, they looked for, they noticed the numbers when they started. Remember, we did Sestina the frog and Abner the grasshopper. We did all those guys. That was to lead you in a direction to find a different sequence. And it looks like this. If you know the number of steps and you understand what the how many possibilities were before, we could find that adding these together, like 5 plus 8 equals 13, and 13 plus 8 equals 21. So that's what that is. I'm not 100% sure in this week's numbers if we're going to find a sequence like that, but it'll be fun to look. So this week, the reason we're doing this is because you need to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. A lot of people scribbled on their Jamboards last week and played with them for a few minutes, but they weren't persistent and they didn't come up with the answer. So this week is going to be different. It can be a lot better. Look for and make use of structure. We were just talking about looking for patterns and sequences that can help you in your work to make sure that you're not making mistakes, but also could possibly make your work easier. And the last thing is kind of the reason we're doing this, one of the big ideas. Look for and express regularity in repeated reasoning. So you're doing the same types of things over and over and over again. And so this is what I want to make again, this big point. Your Jamboard is not your final work. It's where you show your thinking. I made some fun graphics on there. I'll show you that in just a minute. And but this right here, I'm going to give you a copy of this, and this is access to your Jamboard. Final thing I want to share, because I'm going to give you this as well, is the rubric, the scoring rubric. This is what you need to do. Last week we had a lot of people, they played around with it. They had some numbers, some ideas, but things weren't connected. And so they got a very low score. I'm going to score on a 4-3-2-1 system, just like we do for standards based. I gave away a lot of 4s, but I also a lot of 0s. So hopefully we can make that better. Let me show you your Jamboard. This is the Jamboard we're going to be using this week. We take the 8 train. It should be make the 8 train. I'll fix that. I put some examples on here. Here's a train of 5. So you can see that 131, this one right here, and 311, this one right here, they're using the same numbers, the same cubes, but they're not the same. They're considered 2 different ones. So, and how you access these are, you just click on that, and you might want to do Control D to make a new one. And then so I can drag that 5 here, and I know 5 plus 2, put that there, that's 7. So I just need a 1. Now I'm going to warn you, the 1s are a little trickier. So you have to be careful when you're moving them around. And later on, if you try to do this, you're going to lose a lot of 1s. So this is a train of 8 that I've made here. This is one possibility. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to try to do all of these using these are called Cuisenaire rods, it's going to take a long time, and you're probably going to want to go through this and take away all these pictures and even this writing. You're going to want to remove all that because you're going to need the room. Don't ask me how I know, I just know. So we're going to start off with Jamboards because it lets you move things around, and it's going to let you look for patterns really easily. Again, be organized in your thinking from the start. It's going to make it a lot easier. The final thing I'm going to share with you is your Google Doc. This is the work that is due. This is where you will show the total number of possibilities right here. And this is where you'll share the evidence of your thinking. Last week, for some reason, people played on the Jamboards and they never got around to turning in the answer. That's like doing the work but never showing up for payday. So this is your payday. I've included on here the rubric. This is exactly how I will score you. I'll score you for clear representations, and did you have clear explanations? So please, please, please do this work. Almost a third of us didn't get a score because you didn't do the work. So I hope you have a great week, and I will see you today, or see you Wednesday at office hours, or see you at school. Have a great day.